sessions, we back up and head out. This is where all those red flags begin to become Red Sea. Trouble brewing. It starts with the skin changing because of course it does. Every night, Sheem has me roll for my red priest to get a prophecy or not, and her horse roll to see if she had a good night's sleep or worked into her horse. Horse girl becomes obsessed with her horse dreams. She asks damn near everyone she meets about them. She pesters the housemaster about them. She
What the hell happened to that?
As my withdrawal from the Burning Phoenix's camp demanded haste, I did not have the time to double-check my supplies. It appears that I shall have to do some hunting. No matter. I may not be as spry as I was when I felled the charging rhino on the plains of the Serengeti, but with the small armory I managed to abscond with, I can surely manage. I had planned on trading those weapons for information as soon as I encountered a peaceful tribe, but I can spare a few rounds of ammunition.
Destroy the High Power to replace every single person of leadership or importance with their seconds, who are temple supporters. We've apparently been listed as dead by the Inquisition, and someone has been remotely saving our bacon or doing us favors, all the while leaving us a trail to the temple's operations. We were a 6-strong force of former Orbites, hot on the heels of some heresy and level 5 to boot. We all opted for power balls, shields, big-ass shotguns with exterminator, the flame-projecting single-shot modules mounted. Out from the darkness steps a furry. He is described by the Dungeon Master as being regal-looking and like a dog, not a man yet, and muscular, and wearing a body glove and armed with 2 wicked-looking weapons. He explains in a voice that is described as noble, strong-hearted, but weary, that he is the person behind us being saved, places missing in action, as well as a string of clues. He explains he has been hunting the temple tendency and hates the cult for what they did to his race eons ago. He explains he's the last of his race, and he is slowly dying. Chief Arbidi says, correction, dead, and we all open up. We murder him with fire. The Dungeon Master rage quit. The next week, we find out that the DM was a closet furry, and this was his way of coming out to us, and that DMPC was his avatar. I guess we should have realized it was important when he described every detail of his muscle-bound dog band for about 5 minutes. Oh well, suffer not the mutant. Now to be fair, the furry community comes in all shapes and sizes, but it's undeniable that a decent size of the community would commit what would be considered heresy, by the standard of these soldiers. And honestly, it might be the most 40k thing ever to just exterminate a dying race, for no other reason besides the fact that, you're the Imperium of mankind, and every other species in the universe is an active threat to your existence. Or at least you'll tell yourself that as you blast out that furry brain, who apparently has been helping you the entire campaign. I just want to give this little caveat as the second part of the story kind of contextualizes it, and I think it does qualify as a horror story, but let's see what you think. Round 2. DM of the above, who rage quit kinda got upset for a while, but eventually found his people, and by his people I mean the store's contingent of bugs, tail, wearing fat people. I have nothing against fat people. I do have something against people who claim to be persecuted for their lifestyle choice, when their lifestyle choice involves being a gigantic douche to anyone who doesn't share their love of really weird shit. Anyhow, he managed to dry his eyes and decides to start all over with a more professionally minded and more serious inquisitorial party. And here I thought I was doing my job right. I have a gun. A gun that shoots fire. There's a thing I don't like. I shoot them with gun. Problem solved. His new game that is super serious is close to people who are not serious role players, which means people who are furries are welcome, whereas the rest of us must enjoy being normal people who enjoy goofing off. Just when you thought all orcs were united, right? So he says we can join this game if we make serious characters. His party is full of furries playing furries. He explains this as they are from an ancient alien race, not chaos, that once helped humans, but humans turned on them. Blah de blah de blah. They have an ancient secret agreement with the Inquisition per their super secret squirrel arrangement with the Emperor at the start of the Imperium. I realize this could not stand. No furries in my community. Chaos magic. I guess that
was a level 3. You think I'd slum it with another one racer like you? Unbelievable.
Everyone has superpowers. without any powers.
What the hell is that?
Do you even have special abilities? No, but my parents died before being babies. For some reason, they had my name. Your parents what? My parents were
No. He was poor?
One day, they'll all learn what it means to mess with Queen's hell. Aliens burned the world, killed my family. God was a stupid book. A book that's impossible. Still, my parents must have left me. It's not what
Are fine. Sure, they existed to be burned. Furry race of furries that retcon the whole setting. Not an epic chance, not in the sky. But I wore a badge and a gun. I had a copy of the uplifting primer in the glove box of my cruiser. And damn it all, nobody is going to ruin my 40K. Begin Operation Ruin Dark Heresy for the furs at the local game store, and also pick up nachos. We are bad at naming things. We infiltrate the game in pieces, each member playing something that the party doesn't have. Normal humans played by non-brain damaged members of society that actually have jobs and don't live off mommy and daddy as they go to art school, which they then use as an excuse to draw as much furry Rule 34 as possible, / many brand. Rolled up, open-minded, Mechanicus monkeys explaining to the DM that we would honor any ancient treaty no matter what, so long as we get a first crack at RPO attacking shiny beds. It allows us to join. First gaming session is on the table, 2 of those long bench seats. I'm sure your game store has those. On one side is the coalition of the willing, made up of the trio tech priests, all level 5. On the other side is a bunch of smelly people with fake bird traffic. Their broken characters were wasn't ready. By the by, each stat of theirs, due to racial bonuses, is made up of the following formula: 30 plus 3D 12. It includes special classes such as Reaver and Sword, and other crap that's epic level equipment, best quality that destroys all armor, and has impossible ranges. For example, there's a sword that ain't nothing that is only usable by their race due to their close relationship with nature. This nature alignment allows them to wield a sword with a black, ever-shifting power that when it strikes you, you take 1d10 damage with no armor of the same per turn until one of their 5 kill you. It's called a sword of forgiveness, or some other believing shit. They have to forgive you for you even not. Thanksgiving dinner, sword notwithstanding, we are ready. Our once awesome, non-fail-tastic DM tells the party that we were responsible for the destruction of his last game. They stare at us. One of the problems. One of them actually had that problem, and so his fake tail, his vessels, his fingers, and waved it. If people did shit like this 100 years ago, they would be in a place called Wellsville, and they would be exploring the land with electroshock therapy. Dean says we all begin at our story, and he introduces a rule cargo at the table. He says anyone who dies in this session is dead for the remainder of the game. Typical character, you just have to watch all eat. The furry's not. This fat chick with a kind of furry mess that shit moves like a sack of cream gravy. It's obvious he told them separately that if they wanted to try and kill us with the uncomfortable tar-like soul bond, we would stay dead, and they could get broken XP. Not so fast, furries. I looked at the DM and realized my once friend was now just a frickin' nutcase. It was up to me to bring him back to normalcy, or just break his game like a little kid and be a jackass. We are all level 5. He's allowed us to take 1 piece of equipment from the book and 3 reloads. Any piece of equipment has standard quality and 3 reloads. What about cyber implants or anything else? No, it's broken. We have to earn it, he says. Yet furries have an armor, I shit you not, that is 16 armor on all locations and made of a silk-like substance that changes color based on mood. You queen code. We all choose multi-multis. I'm sure you know where this is going. 10 minutes into our first adventure, on their spaceship that is way better than any Imperial spaceship, and is also made out of organic space plants. 10 minutes into inane role-playing about how beautiful and unique all their characters are. 10 minutes into cursing humans and wondering why they have to work with us mechanical men.
I have discovered why Prophet's Rest is so generous with their water. The well at the edge of the compound is built directly on top of what the locals call a water vein. An endless supply of water bubbles up from beneath the earth. Its existence is a minor miracle, though compared to what I saw in the Starlit Sanctuary, minor is the operative word. I suppose this ark must be floating among the stars, just as the island was. What an extraordinary thought. I cannot fathom how such a thing is possible, but that remarkable metal must be at the heart of it. I am certain.
They gather into... men, we decide to gather them all into a room. They gather into this room, a room with a huge armor-plated piece of crystal glass, and they offer to tell us the history of their people. The DM beams. He hands a sheet of paper to the speaker. The speaker of truth, apparently, an honored position amongst their clan, tells us of this bizarre 40k history, where they are behind everything from the rise of the Emperor, the Dark Age of technology, keeping the Adeptus Mechanicus, their tech, and keeping all of this a big, huge secret. Then they were betrayed. We listen. This goes on for 30 minutes. It is painful, but the moment of glory is at hand. I make the sign of the cog and offer to tell them a history. They call us liars, but we try to tell them the real history of 40k as far as human reckoning is. They interrupt us a dozen times over the chants of lies, lies, and howling. Yes, they howl. At the very end, I say, there is one part to your history you forgot. Human animal heretics. The DM seem puzzled. We say, the part where you die. We opened up with multi-meltas, all three of us, overlapping our field of fire and point-blank range. The DM starts screaming at us immediately. The store owner tries to calm them down, but he keeps screaming. He turns red, his hands shake. He is furious. We work out damage to the max, and we cannot miss at this range. The DM returns 10 minutes later, swearing at us and saying, "You're all effing dead. You died. Get out of my game. You are effing vermin." And so on and so forth. But as we leave, he explains that we can't kill them due to the special abilities they have from their belts that allows them to soak the first 50 points of damage, something they created to prevent backstab from Imperial assassins and to call the last of their numbers. We left and had a beer. The end. Epilogue. We start going to the other game store in town. We hear that they have their own Dark Heresy setting called Revenge of the Scattered, which the game owner called Revenge of the Scattered, all based on the above fluff. Alright, I know the original writer kind of goes very hard on these people, attacking things like personal appearance, and obviously intending to sabotage the game from the beginning. I think what we have here is a case of two very different parties coming into contact with each other, and really the solution is parting ways.